short songs, brief career, long-lasting legacy. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Pixies songs. For this list, we've chosen our entries based on a combination of the artist's fan favorites and their most commercially successful songs. Number 10, Velouria.
Hold my hand. What's round for me?
Due to the song being their first UK Top 40 hit, the Pixies were forced to make a video in order to qualify for an appearance on the BBC's Top of the Pops. The result? A 23-second clip stretched to fit the song's 3 minutes and 40-second running time. The Beat might have said they had to have a music video, but no one said it had to be good. Seemingly a straightforward love song, frontman Black Francis claims it is rooted in folklore of 1920s San Jose Rosicrucians, whatever that means. It does, however, contain a pretty kick-ass use of the theremin. Number 9, Gigantic. Ironically, given the friction between the two, the Pixies' first single was actually sung by Kim Deal rather than Black Francis. Written by Francis and Deal, then billed as Mrs. John Murphy, the song was inspired by the Bruce Beresford film Crimes of the Heart. In that film, a white Mary character has an affair with a black teenager. Depending on who you ask, Gigantic is either a compliment to the young lad in question, or, as Francis claims, a commentary on the song's massive Lou Reed-like chord progression. You decide. Number 8, Dig for Fire.
You can often find her kneeling inside of her womb.
Written by Black Francis in the style of the Talking Heads, Dig for Fire and its quirky hooky charm transcend its inspiration. The second single released from Bossa Nova, Dig for Fire is suggestive of the album's space and surf sounds with classic Pixies weirdness mixed in for good measure.
I'm digging for fire. I'm digging for fire. I'm digging for fire.
Most of Bossa Nova, an album that proved to be far more successful in the UK than in the US, was written in studio. It was also plagued by recording issues, most notably poorly grounded amplifiers and a mixing console that would pick up radio stations, but only after 6 p.m. Number 7, Alec Eiffel. Here, the Pixies paid tribute to architect Alexandre Gustave Eiffel, because, let's face it, he was way overdue. Eiffel, aside from the obvious, was also the mind behind the Statue of Liberty, along with heaps of buildings, bridges, towers, viaducts, and other structures throughout the world. As iconic as the Eiffel Tower is today, it wasn't exactly a crowd pleaser in 1889, especially among the more artistically inclined. That notion of division among artists gives the song its general theme lyrically, while steady guitar hooks make it more fun to listen to than a lecture on French architecture. Number 6, Wave of Mutilation. opening with a passing reference to a Charles Manson song eventually revised by the Beach Boys, Wave of Mutilation only gets weirder. Per Black Francis, the song's first half deals with a Japanese businessman committing suicide by diving into the ocean after failing in business.
Drive my car into the ocean.
Then, of course, it moves on to happy times with mermaids, crustaceans, and one of the only references to El Nino in song.
I kiss mermaids, I rode the El Nino.
It's as surreal as anything else the band's ever done, and that's saying something.
A wave of mutilation, wave of mutilation, wave of mutilation, wave.
Number 5. Here Comes Your Man.
Outside there's a boxcar waiting, outside the family store.
Written by a teenage Black Francis, Here Comes Your Man was used to help secure the band a recording contract, with no plans to ever release it. Calling it wimpy, poppy, and Tom Petty-esque, the band eventually did record it, but went out of their way to support it as little as possible. This includes declining an invite to appear on the Arsenio Hall show and barely committing to miming in the song's video. Despite their efforts, the song still managed to hit number 3 on the Billboard Modern Rock Tracks chart, their highest chart showing to date.
Got killed by 10 million pounds of sludge.
Number 4. Monkey Gone to Heaven. The surreal Monkey Gone to Heaven song does something most enviro protest songs don't. It rocks. It runs the gamut from ozone depletion to the greenhouse effect to pollution of the oceans while chucking in some biblical and mythological elements for variety.
Picture in the sky. Got sucked in a hole, now there's a hole in the sky.
Monkey may not have united the planet towards a cleaner future, but it did sound amazing through a set of speakers. Joined for the first time by a string section, the single earned praise from critics and fans alike. Rolling Stone named it the 5th best song of the year and later included it among the 500 greatest songs of all time. Number 3. Hey.
Hey, must be a devil between us or horns in my head.
A strange little bass-heavy piece of pop magic, Hey was written during the band's 1988 tour of Europe. A live version of the song, in fact, was recorded in Britain and included in an issue of Sounds magazine months ahead of Doolittle.
Said the lady to the man she adored, and the horns like a crying dog. All night, and baby, ain't you tired of this?
The studio version, meanwhile, was recorded in the band's hometown of Boston and benefited from the album's increased yet thrifty $40,000 recording budget. It may not have been recorded for pennies, but the album turned gold by 1995. Even years before the band reunited, it was still selling upwards of 1,000 copies per week. Number 2. Debaser. Based in part on the Salvador Dali Luis Buñuel film Un Chien Andalou, which is the source of the eyeball slicing imagery, Debaser set the template for much of the grunge and alternative music movement. The song's bass intro, quite loud contrast, and noise guitar solo all ended up in the Kurt Cobain songwriting lexicon, while the parent album landed the Pixies a spot on U2's Zoo TV tour. The song's chorus, meanwhile, was originally Shed Apollonia. That referred to the singer and one-time girlfriend of Prince, Apollonia Cotero, but Black Francis felt that kind of reference was too obscure. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Missy aggravation, some sacred questions. You stroke my lips, some marijuana.
Number 1, Where Is My Mind? It's hard to say exactly what the song is about, although Black Francis has confirmed it was inspired by scuba diving in the Caribbean. Written by Francis while he was still a student at UMass, the song and its parent album were produced by Steve Albini.
I was swimming in the Caribbean. Animals were hiding behind the rock.
Likely to Black's delight, Steve stuck Kim Deal in a bathroom to achieve her echoey and spooky backing vocal.
Try this trick and spin it, yeah.
Although never released as a single, Where Is My Mind was always a fan favorite and became a pop cultural mainstay when it was used years later in Fight Club.
My mind. Where is my mind? Where is my mind?
So, do you agree with our list? What's your favorite Pixies song? For more alternative top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.